Hello, hello. Hi, Sandy. Welcome, everybody. Ask the Alchemist. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Happy to see you all here. How are you doing today? How's your day going? How's your day flowing? How are you flowing? Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Hello, hello. Let me see if I can see who's here on the Facebook page. Yeah, I have to be multitasking tech-wise all the time. It's good. It's good. Okay, so Ask the Alchemist, Tuesday. I posted the drawing up for you all to contemplate today. I got some nice perspectives on that. Someone commented, it was Cindy commenting on it being like a column in the center and a porcupine spines on the outside. Hi, Mary. So what do you see today in this drawing? I hear when the ants go marching in. No, when the ants go marching one by one. What do you see? Lots of movement. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It does look like ground movement on the ground. I mean, also looks like could look like a pine cone. Let me lock the screen for a second. Movement towards your goals. Ooh, I like that. I see that. So another way to use the drawings for those of you who are new to this is it's also useful to rotate them because you get new information each time. And usually this one looks like a, I don't know, a creature, cousin it. Usually you get one way feels most correct for you. I just usually post it as the way that I drew it, but that doesn't mean that you can't look at it in different ways. Okay. A path. Yeah, I see that too. It also looks like the veins on a leaf. When you said a path, when I looked down at it again, it looked like, the veins of a leaf. A natural growth, like you were talking about towards your path. So fun. These things are so fun. Okay. You can do this for yourself as well. You can do drawings to get information for yourself. It's a really lovely way to get out of your head, because sometimes when you're trying to think of something, you get stuck in your thoughts and they don't really come up with, you can't access that intuitive place. And so for me, the drawings and other art that I do, which I was talking of this morning, I have to get back into. I've been creating in so many other ways. I haven't been going to my art in quite some time. But these are places for me to connect with the intuitive self. And I get out of my head and I start getting all this information. And I use these in all of my sessions, as I do here weekly, but in private sessions, group sessions. And it gives me such accurate information as to what's going on in the field of whomever I'm working with that we can address that day. When I do it for myself, it takes me to a lot of places that I hadn't considered before. So I invite you to explore different ways for you to connect with your intuitive self. Movement is a good one. Going for walks. For me, showers are also a good place, and driving is another place where I seem to connect with, my intuitive self. So I'd love to hear from you. What ways do you connect with your intuitive self? What do you find most useful? Is it dancing? Is it drawing? Is it listening to certain music? What do you do to connect with your intuition when it's hard for you to feel it sometimes? You got to change your direction. You got to change your movement. So what do you use in your life to connect with your intuition? And we're all designed, uniquely. So we are all intuitive beings, but our unique design allows us to connect and perceive in ways that are in accordance with our natural self. And when we become more comfortable with that, those parts of ourself become amplified and heightened. We got some canine support going on today in the background. Okay, so let me share with you what going for walks on the beach and listening to music while drawing. I do the same thing. It's such a good head clearer. Okay, so this is what came through from these lines today. There are many shoulds, musts, and have tos. What does your heart say? The heart already is. It already has. The heart is the weaver of all your desires. Your head comes up with all the reasons why not, and believes it has to figure it all out. Your backseat driver should just enjoy the ride. Let your heart lead the way. It has all the maps and knows all the roads to your realm. Okay, so here's the drawing again that gave me those insights and messages for us all today. So there are many shoulds, musts, and have tos. I mean, tell me if this is true for you, but I was having this conversation again this morning with some friends that we feel so much pressure of all the things that we should do, that we're told we have to do, that we must do. Where is this coming from? And how does that make us feel? Right? So just feel into the feeling of the have to. I have to do this. I must do this. You know, I should do this. Right? Now, what does your heart say? So take a moment now and think about your heart and how it connects to the things that you're feeling obligated to. The heart's going to be the one that knows which is the correct path. A lot of those shoulds are not necessary or in alignment with your path, with your highest self, with what you're trying to achieve or create for yourself. It's coming from a different place. It's coming from the head, from the brain, from thought forms, from programming, right? So the heart already is. The heart has a direct connection to everything, to the now, to the all that is. The first cells the first organ that develops when we are growing as an embryo are the heart cells. Those are the first cells of the organs that you see actually pumping. It's a direct connection to the field in physical form. It's a direct connection from the soul self in a physical body. And the heart cells have their own sensory neurites. It has their own nerve cells as well. The heart is a magical organ, really. And it is the mind in Chinese medicine. So the heart already is. It's connected to the now, and it already has. It has everything it needs. It knows the way. Okay, it is the weaver of all your desires. The heart is also an electromagnetic tool. And it has its own electromagnetic spin. It creates its own field. And when we are in a state of coherence, then our thoughts become servant to the heart rather than the other way around. The heart has a greater electromagnetic field than the brain. Someone said recently 80,000 times more. I've heard so many numbers I really don't know, but it is measurable and it is much greater. So when we are thinking from this place and trying to figure it all out and think our way through, we are not using the divine technology of who we are as consciousness in a physical form. When we drop into the field of the heart and connect with the space of the heart and create coherence through some simple techniques that I, share with you all the time, such as the quick coherence technique, which is a heart math technique, which is just breathing in and out of the heart, inhaling to 5, exhaling to 5. And then you think of something that lifts you up, a feeling of appreciation, joy, or love. Okay, there's simple ways to do that. That's just one. So when we connect with the heart in that way, we have access to the mind. And the mind is all that is. Everything you experience is your own mind. You're experiencing yourself. What you experience in your outer world is the way that you view yourself. It is your own self-image. So, how do you feel about your own heart? Allow the heart to lead the way. So the heart is the weaver of all your desires. So when you connect with something you're creating and you have an idea or inspiration, the heart weaves it by bringing it into being by spinning. So when we're coherent, we're spinning it's like a record without any dust on it or any scratches on it. When our heart field is spinning and it's out of coherence, we get all those distortions. So we want to create from a place of coherence. So whenever we set out to do something, create, it's a beautiful, when we begin a new task or whatever it is, it's always a beautiful ritual to start from the heart and then ripple out from there, because that's going to inform everything you're doing. It's going to inform your outer world that you are going to experience in reflection. You are experiencing your reflections and projections. Okay, this is a lot of information in like 5 minutes, so do review this portion of the Ask the Alchemist over and over again. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay. So your head comes up with all the reasons why not and believes it has to figure it all out. But like we just said, it doesn't. It feels like it has to because it's been told. It's like the child that's been praised this whole time, and you're so wonderful, you're so great, and it thinks it's like number one, but really it's a servant to the heart. So it doesn't have this, it's out of its scope when it's trying to plan. This part of ourself is that part of ourself that tries to keep us safe and feel like we're in control or keep us in our comfort zone. This part of ourselves is functioning off of programming, from ancestral patterns, from technology and all the subliminal messages we have in our environment. We don't even know how much we're being programmed by the environment alone. You can just go online and look for videos about subliminal programming, and they've been doing this for decades upon decades upon decades. Okay, so there are so many things that are influencing the way that we think. But when you are familiar and attuned to your own mind, you know when things are off. So you have complete control over how you operate and behave in your world when you stay connected to your own heart and your own mind. I have some really weird experiences around that, which I can share another time. But if I weren't so aware of my own mind, I wouldn't know what was happening to me, and I would have probably done something that would have been irreversible. Okay, so these technologies do exist, and they do have powerful influences. We are vibrational beings, and these vibrations can be manipulated by technology. So it is very important to take care of yourself, limit your exposure to the different technologies, and stay tuned to your own mind, in your own vibration. Create your own environment, create your own world, create your own climate, your own economy. It's all you. However you want to play with this, it's all you. Okay. So your head comes up with all the reasons why not and believes it has to figure it all out, and it doesn't. It's out of its scope, but the heart is connected to all space and time. It has all the roads, all the maps. So your backseat driver should just enjoy the ride, right? We all know, we know someone like that who's always the backseat driver, right? Just say, enjoy the ride. I got you. Imagine if you told yourself every time that something was coming up that felt outside of your comfort zone, but you knew you had to do it because you're growing. And if you don't do it, you're not going to get to where you want to go. You're not creating in the way that you're seeking to create. And you just tell those parts of yourself, I got you. I'm here for you. How does that feel? Your inner child. How does that feel when you talk to your inner child? I'm here now. I've got you. Richard Rudd, he's the creator of the Gene Keys. He talks about it as gently parenting yourself, which I love. So let your heart lead the way. It has all the maps, knows all the roads to your realm. You have all the answers you seek. It is within you. So if you find yourself looking outside of yourself for those answers, try going within. Ask yourself, what is it you need to know? And you will attract those things into your life. It's all you. It's all about how you want to play the game. And where I'm at in my own searching is I've stopped going outside. I listen to myself. I've tuned out so many things over the past 2 years, and I really want to discern for myself what is true for me and what isn't. And I continue to go inside and ask myself these questions. And in doing so, so many creative, beautiful things have come through for me to share with everybody else, such as the recently completed You Now Masterclass, which was just fantastic. And I will be offering again. So you are here for a reason. You have a purpose, you have a mission. And even if you don't know it, your heart knows it. So start asking the right questions that get you the answers you need. When you ask the question, the answer's already there. Just when we were talking about planting seeds, the seeds have the entire plant already in there. It has all the codes and all the blueprints for that seed to grow into a fully realized plant that it is. Okay, so everything is contained within everything else in the holographic nature of our reality. So ask the question. Within the question is the answer. And I would suggest asking open-ended questions, ones that take your mind, to search for the answer rather than yes, no, black, white, kind of definitive answers. Sometimes those are useful, but that doesn't connect you with creative solutions or ideas or, next steps. Okay, so play with all of these things. Again, a lot of information in a short period of time. You guys all with me? It's coming through quickly today. Okay. Now let's take that and see where the sounds take us today. I'm going into the obligations of the must-haves and the shoulds and the ought-tos and the need-tos. That's what's coming through with the sounds. So if you're feeling obligated and you're feeling like you have to do these things in order to be successful, or you have to do these things because someone told you you had to, but it doesn't feel congruent with you. It feels weighted down. It's not uplifting. It's not connected. Feel how that feels. Think of something that you have to do and feel how that feels in the body. Yeah, there you go. Think of just one thing that you have to do that doesn't resonate with you, that goes against your grain. There you go. Now, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Feel into what you want. There you go. Now notice how that energy shifted in your body. Okay, let's go back to the thing you have to do and feel what happens to your energy. Where does it go? Where does it go? When I'm tracking it, it feels like it's very heavy and it drops down. So notice how you experience this. I do these every week with you. I want you to have a direct experience of your vibrational state so you can change it into one that's in harmony with your heart. Okay, so you begin to become attuned to how you're creating based on the vibrational state that you're holding. There you go. Beautiful. And now connect with the thing you want to do. What do you want to do? And feel that. There you go. Beautiful. Now notice what happened to your vibration and your energy, right? If you're tracking it in the same way I am, and you might notice it differently, that's fine. It lifted up. I feel it around my heart center more. Okay. These simple realizations and noticings about yourself can help guide you into making choices that you need to make. So taxes. Let's talk about taxes. We have to do our taxes soon. I have to start doing my taxes soon. How does that feel when I say taxes? Maybe if you're a CPA and you love numbers, it's so exciting for you. You might love it. But maybe someone else feels overwhelmed or burdened by it, or just dreads the whole time suck, whatever it is. So just feel into that. We'll do taxes for fun. And feel what the feeling is around it. There you go. And all the paperwork and all the red tape and all the things you have to do, and paying your accountant, or the time it takes to do it yourself, right? All of these things. Now, we all have to do our taxes, okay? I'm going to say this is a have to. It's debatable on another level, but I'm going to say have to. So let's feel into the place where it's done easily. How do you want it to go? How do you want it to go? When I do this for myself, I feel into a place where I do it and it's easy. I actually enjoy it. I get into the swing of things and it feels really good to accomplish it. So feel that. Feel the feeling of accomplishment, of ease, of even gratitude. The fact that you have the finances. Now this can go into a whole nother topic. Because there is only you, you're not actually spending money on anything other than yourself. Okay, let me just put that out there. Ever. It's always going to you. So it's this circulation of abundance and prosperity and money that we keep going, that we're creating here. So when we feel sometimes that we have to pay taxes, it's going to someone else other than ourselves. It's only going to you. Feel how that feels now when you connect with paying taxes. It doesn't feel like a loss of energy anymore, does it? I never know where these sessions are going to go. It's amazing. Okay. So here we are with taxes, and we actually feel revitalized now, right? So feel that feeling. So you can actually do something that you felt you had to do, and now it feels vitalized and energized, and you don't feel drained or heavy or burdened by it, do you? So we can shift this based by purely shifting our perspective. So we can use these feelings to guide us into making the choices that are most aligned with us. But if it's something that we are obligated to do in this collective conscious world that we are in, understanding that there is only you and you are not spending anything, it is only going to you, it creates vitality and movement. And again, it creates raises the vibration. So there's different ways that we can tune ourselves by noticing how we feel and finding creative ways by shifting our perspective to bring us back into harmony and coherence and creating from the heart, even if it's taxes. Even if it's taxes. Awesome. Wisdom of the Chimes wants to come in. She hasn't come in a while. Where is she? Let me get her. Everyone's going to be so excited to do taxes now. I'm ready. Are you? I now have the energy to do it. I'm going to start downloading my statements later today. Okay. So that movement, or that you were feeling when we were talking about circulation of energy, of chi, whether that chi is the chi of prosperity, the chi of health, or that feeling of the vibration of being in line with the heart rather than the one of that heaviness or that overwhelm. So feel that uplifting energy, that circulating energy, that everything is you. You can create however you desire. How do you want to play the game? Find the path of least resistance. And that is you saying yes to you. That is you letting your heart lead the way. It already is, and you already are. Oh, I missed her. I haven't talked to her in so long. Wisdom of the chimes. Wisdom of the chimes. So, yeah, taxes. Who knew? So, check in with your heart. Ask open-ended questions. Allow your mind, your heart mind, to search for the answers. Question everything you believe. Don't believe anything that you think. And do your taxes from a place of joy and ease, and know that it is just a circulation of chi. It's just a circulation of chi. The chi of prosperity, the chi of opulence and abundance, right? It's only going to you. It's always going to you, right? Beautiful. Well, I want to hear how it goes when you start to do your taxes. Let me know how easy it is to do this year. Every time I've done this, I have very little hiccups that happen. Before I started doing things this way around taxes, because I would feel all the wool around it, my computer would have issues, or I'd have all these things that would take me hours to fix, or I'd be missing things. I don't have that anymore. But I do get myself into the proper state before I go to do it, and I harmonize that for myself. And we did that today. So share with me your experiences on doing your taxes this year as you start that journey, as well as any other creations that you like to share. And stay tuned, because I got new insights and things that will be coming down the pipeline for you in the next couple of weeks, designed for all of you conscious creators out there who would like a more intimate environment to continually practice bringing your seeds to life. So I have that creation coming through for you in the next couple of weeks, probably. It dropped in clearly last week when I was making banana bread. I was chopping the walnuts on Friday. I was chopping the walnuts, and boom. Oh no, that was another idea. I have two things that are coming, but it came within the last couple of weeks. So I'm excited to share with you the light that's coming through me in a new way for you to continue to practice creating and bringing your dreams to life in a very specialized container, a very safe container and a fun container for you to do that with me each week. So I look forward to sharing that with you. I wish you a blessed, beautiful day, dear ones, and thank you for coming together with me to harmonize the nature of oneself. Blessings, everyone.